Hey YouTube, this is 4-Pack Daddy here with another video. We're going to do something pretty cool and commemorative because it is Super Mario's 35th anniversary this year. And I know amidst everything going on in the world right now, I just kind of want to bring some people some joy and give you some of my takes on some of these games because I have quite a few of the original versions and the remasters, and I love a lot of these. So I'm going to do a quick little discussion and kind of like a history lesson here because, some of you younger viewers might not know, but a lot of the Mario games and the series as a general has gone through many changes, and they did some really cool things at the beginning. So here we go. So what we're going to talk about first here is NES. So if you don't know, the NES came out in 1985 in the States, and it was headlined by Super Mario Brothers. So this is the double cartridge here, Mario Brothers, Super Mario Brothers, and Duck Hunt. I don't have the standalone cartridge, but I just like this one because it has two games in one. I think that's really cool. And, of course, Super Mario Brothers, it really changed the industry. It had great level design, and a lot of it was done, by hand by Miyamoto and his partner there at Nintendo. And it was really quite revolutionary. And so was Duck Hunt. That was one of the first games with the gun. Actually, I've got one hanging up on my wall there. So, yeah, I mean, Mario and Duck Hunt, that was a really cool double pack that they did. It's just amazing that they put two games on one cart. And so also they decided to add World Class Track Meet into the mix. I haven't played much of World Class Track Meet. I don't know, I've never really had interest in it, but I like that it has, two really good games, including World Class Track Meet. I mean, some people like that game. I'm not sure about it, so let me know if you guys like it. I'm not sure. And then, of course, we have Super Mario Brothers 2, which came out in the States. I can't remember exactly what year, but it was really, a step up in terms of graphics, and it had some good music, and it was really different. And we'll get to that in a little bit, why it was so different. And then, of course, we have Mario 3. Now, this is the only box version of Mario on NES that I have, is this one. And I played this a lot when I was a kid. And Mario 3 just has so much content, and you have to really put a lot of time into this to complete it, because there's lots of different puzzles, and the map is a puzzle itself. So it's really a cool game. And I'm hoping, to maybe find the manual for that game, because I just love it. Mario 3, I grew up playing it a lot. I mean, I was I was born after the NES was kind of in its heyday, but I played a lot of NES before I played some Super Nintendo and Nintendo 64. So now that we've gotten, the mainline American versions, let me go through a little bit of a trivia, I guess. So Mario 2, now some people know this, some people don't. This version of Mario 2, which is the one we got here in North America, is actually a reworked version of a Japanese game that Nintendo made called Doki Doki Panic, alright? And so what happened is they took the assets from that game and just changed it up to different Mario characters. So that's why it's kind of strange compared to the other two on the original Nintendo. But right here is the actual Mario Brothers 2, which came out as the Lost Levels in North America. Okay, so this is the disc system version, which is the Famicom disc system, which is the Japanese Nintendo. So it's really cool that I've imported this about a year and a half, 2 years ago, and it's really a phenomenal game, very, very hard. And so what happened was, because this version of Mario 2 was so hard, they decided that the American audience would want this game. And it turns out they were right, because, I mean, even though it's basically a reskin with better characters and better music to suit, North American Mario fans, that's why they did that. And I think it was a great idea, because this game is still a classic today. It's just kind of interesting to see the story behind this. And of course, we have the Famicom version of the first Super Mario Brothers, and then the Japanese Mario 3, which is pretty similar to the box art there. I just think it's cooler because it has more characters on it. Now, moving on here, we've got arguably, well, actually, this is my favorite Super Nintendo game of all times, which is Super Mario All-Stars. Now, I have the version that comes with Mario World also, so, according to this box, you got 4 in 1, but when you have this plus Mario World, it's 5 Mario games in one package. So this includes the North American Mario 1, 2, and 3, and also Lost Levels, which I mentioned, which was actually the real Mario 2 in Japan. And this is my favorite Super Nintendo game of all time. I mean, you can't go wrong with this version or the one that comes with Mario World, Super Mario World, in the same cartridge. I mean, this is just, if you want the best value for your dollar for Super Nintendo, you cannot go look any further than Mario All Stars or Mario All Stars plus Super Mario World. It's really awesome. Here's some shots of the artwork. What I love about this is that they updated the graphics. Like, these are my favorite ways to play these games. Not that the NES ones are bad. I think they're fantastic, but I just love that they upgraded the visuals and the music. So, like, if you're looking to play all these games to the best, of their ability, picking this up is a great option for you if you have a Super Nintendo. Now we get to a couple of the Game Boy Advance remasters, but we'll start with these regular Game Boy games first. So these were the two, the first two mainline Mario games for the Game Boy. I'm not sure if I have the third one, which I believe is Wario Land. I'm not sure. I can't remember if I have it or not. But so Super Mario Land was also another strange one because the power-ups did different things in this game for the Game Boy. And there's different shooter sections. I mean, this is definitely different than the NES Super Mario Brothers, but it was still pretty good. And if you have the Game Boy player for the GameCube, you can play this on your TV, and it's really a lot of fun. I haven't completed it yet, but some people say it's pretty short, but like I said, I haven't even completed this yet, and it's pretty difficult, but it's fun. And then we have, a lot of people think this is the best Mario game on the Game Boy, which is Mario Land 2, 6 Golden Coins. I played this a lot when I was younger, but this is definitely a more advanced game than Mario Land. Like, this has almost double the content of this. I mean, this has a world map and everything. I mean, this is straight just like Super Mario Brothers for Game Boy with some really different features. But this is closer to Mario 3 than anything on the Game Boy up till this point, which is, the early the early 90s, late 80s. So, and then this brings me to some really cool things that they did. So basically, they took a lot of the versions that were found on Mario All-Stars, which is the 16-bit remasters of the NES titles, and they decided to put a lot of them on the Game Boy in the Super Mario Advance line. Now, what's really cool about these is that I think all of these you can play the arcade Mario Brothers and one of these 4 games on a cartridge. I think that's fantastic. So, like, if you're going to play, Yoshi's Island, you could play either Mario Brothers or Yoshi's Island. I think that's great. The only strange thing about this is they didn't add the remastered version of Mario 1, which is found on here, to this particular series. I'm not sure why. They just started with number 2 on the Game Boy Advance. I don't know why. I think it has to do with the fact that they made a straight port to Game Boy Advance of the original Super Mario Brothers, but that's the only thing I could think of. But these are really good if you're looking for great Mario action to play on your Game Boy Advance. And so here's some cool stuff here. I've never had this complete in the box, so one of my good friends found this for me, and I'm very thankful to have this because I love Mario 3, and I think it's cool to have this with the different, you can see all the artwork and the upgraded visuals. I just think it's awesome. So, and the cool thing about this whole anniversary is that I've been hearing a lot of reports online that they're planning on remastering some of the 3D Mario games, and so I kind of just wanted to give you guys an overview of some of the ones that I have and collected through the years. And let me know down below in the comments what your guys' favorite Mario games are, and we could talk about it from there. But I hope you guys enjoyed this little quick look at part of my older Mario games collection, but I think that these have all aged tremendously and they're still really fun. So if you have any of these consoles, you really can't go wrong with picking some of these up. But I'll keep posting some more videos, and you guys all have a great time. Stay safe out there, And if you're playing games, keep playing. And hopefully we can get through this COVID-19 stuff pretty soon. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.